Hello, I'm Joe Walensky, and I'm meeting with some of the presenters who will be at our WritersUA West event coming up in Palm Springs in March. And today I am visiting with Ray Gallen. Hello, Ray, how are you?
Just fine. How are you, Joe?
Everything's just great. Where are you speaking to us from today?
I'm in my home in Barcelona, one of two homes I have in Europe, the other one being in the south of France, about 3 hour drive from here.
All right, very nice. Well, if you're not familiar with Ray, he's the owner of CultureComp. Ray has been an award-winning radio producer and journalist. He was the president of STC France. As he mentioned, he's currently in Barcelona, a researcher at an organization that he started called the Transformation Society. He's going to be presenting a couple of different topics at the conference, and he'll give a brief overview of each of those. Ray, why don't we start with the longer one, the 90-minute session on applying cognitive techniques to user assistance?
Sure. This is actually, you mentioned the Transformation Society. A lot of what's going to be presented there comes out of research that we've been doing. So what this session is going to be is a hands-on workshop where we're going to actually do some exercises that will show how we can take some of these theories of cognitive science that, frankly, I've been running around all over the place talking about for the last year, and actually put them into practice and apply them to the world of user assistance. So we're going to look at what happens when you learn by doing, how that works, ways in which we can embed concepts in tasks and procedures. And we're going to be looking at how we can also try to at least build cognitive demand. What do I mean by that? I mean that we want people to want to know more. Put another way, you might say help can be fun. Uh, the more that people want to know, the more that people want to learn, the better mastery they have of whatever tool it is they're using or whatever technical product it might be. And the more mastery they have, the more feedback they can give us that makes us make the product better. And when I say feedback, there's several levels on which that works. One is obviously just in the design, features that may be useful or not useful, and so on, but also in the user assistance itself. That is, they can tell us, well, this was helpful, this wasn't. If somebody has a problem, or people consistently have problems with the same thing, it usually means either there's a problem with, let's say, a software interface or the ergonomic design of a hardware product, or there's a problem with the way that we told them how to use it, and sometimes it's both. So what we really need to do is to find out, where are people having problems? How can we help them solve it? And how can we make life better for them? And the best people to tell us about that are people who know the product inside and out and have actually mastered it and know it in a way that what we would call power users know things.
All right, great. Well, the second topic, in addition to that one that you have, is content strategy. It's unified, but it might not be yours.
Yeah, this one is more of a straightforward presentation, and what I'm going to present is several ways in which we already know that we don't get to own our content anymore. Now, a lot of people have been talking about developing unified content strategies that are very, very important for enterprises. And one of the things that I think is very important and often overlooked is the part of the content strategy that goes into the product itself. What voice does the product speak to the user in? How does the user interact with the product? Let's face it, once you've actually sold somebody your product, the product is the most common interaction that they have with your company. If your product isn't on message and presenting the same image as all your websites and marketing collateral and all the rest of it, you're not doing a very good job of communicating, are you? So when we talk about a unified content strategy, we're talking about something that really is across the board. And of course, the problem with that is that this quickly becomes extremely complex. No one person can actually master all of it, and it becomes a team effort. Not only that, but different teams inside the company might be vying for the same screen real estate, the same message space. Uh, let's say you've got an embedded little flash video inside a tooltip in your user assistants. Who owns that? Is it media production? Is it technical documentation? Is it is it graphics? Who actually owns that material? Who's responsible for it? And different companies have different solutions to that. But the question is, how are we going to work with all these people who want to own what some of us might think of as our content? And how are we going to share that content with them and find a way to stay on message and to be thorough and to do this in a way that is going to make sense?
Well, outside of your sessions, I think we'll be able to have a lot of interesting discussions about these topics. So, thanks for taking the time to provide this little preview of what you'll be talking about, and we will see you in Palm Springs in just a couple months.
I look forward to it.
Thanks a lot, Ray.